Alright, we're going to start by watching Barley scrape the ground flat, which he's really good at. He made that custom metal plate for the bucket there, and so with a few checks here and there, he gets it pretty dang flat. And of course, his dog is also part of the show. This is Boo, Babsha, and she's a great dog. What a good girl. Yeah, so much fun. Getting to hang out while Barley makes clinking sounds. Anyway, we did that for a while. And then the next day, the Redi-Mix truck showed up to drop 10 yards of gravel for another $500. And having a little trouble with the air brakes on the truck. They kept sticking, so it didn't get spread out as evenly as I think he wanted it to, but that's alright. We've got an excavator and shovels and a tractor, and here we are just using a long piece of aluminum with a level on it to kind of get that side flattened off, and then we'll do the other side and then run it down the middle, and that actually worked pretty well. And then a compactor and water and more compacting, and here I am laying out the rebar, and it's all 2 feet on center, and I'm going to start by putting down the 20-foot lengths just like that, and then there'll be another row of 20-foot lengths going right down the middle. And once I'm done with that, it will be time to saw. And I've been working like this in the weeds and in the dirt for the last 5 years, so I'm very happy to be pouring a slab to get those saws out on some concrete and undercover. And that's the frame that's going to go on, more or less, and then there's a gantry that goes up. There's the Council of Animals. And there's Acavallo pulled in to start working on, but this is all in the future. First, I got to tie all this rebar, and I have to keep taking breaks. This is pretty hard on the old knees. And Spike and I have our rest station. She's busy chasing ground squirrels, but occasionally comes back and lays in her bed. But the ground squirrels keep her busy, and I'm just going to keep on pushing through here. Yep, beautiful clouds that day. Beautiful, beautiful day. And this is as much as we've got done, and then we'll be putting up the forms tomorrow and pouring the concrete on Tuesday. But for now, let's go visit Acavallo. Well, everything's exactly the way I left it. Ladders, speakers, and I've got the truck and the trailer, so I think it's time to load these things up. And one of my awnings got pretty destroyed, but that's all part of the fun. Gotta get these benches too. Well, just see how much stuff we can get loaded up here. Amazing. Okay. Everything's working. We got the radiators holding fluids. Spikey's being a good dog. Coyote's up there. Penguin's up there. Benches. And I grabbed the mixer and the 2 subs just to fill in that middle space. But all these other speakers can stay up here because they're not going to be any better off. Oh, shoot, I need the ladders too. Oh, dang it. That is where we are for this update, I think. Maybe I'll get some footage of the concrete pour. That's the other thing that's going on, is pouring, finally, after 5 years of trying, I'm pouring a concrete slab. I finally have the time and the money to pay for the concrete. It's like $5,000, so I'm gonna be back to being broke again. But happy to have scraped together the money and scraped together the flat spot, and the containers are there. And I have the awning to put up, so it should go pretty quick now. There's still a bunch of stuff to figure out, of course, but we're just going for temporary, permanent, temporary forever kind of deal. Because let's be honest, I'm 54, and for the last 20 years, at any event, thanks for watching. If anybody ever watches this, let me know. I'll send you a sticker. The first 500 people that comment on this video get a sticker. The first 25 people who hit like. Imagine if 25 people hit like on one of my videos. I'd be so excited. Anyway, all right.